Hi, good evening, or is it good morning to you, or good afternoon? It's definitely good evening to you from London, England, from your host, your guy himself, DLG Reppin'. And I'm going to be doing my DLG Reppin' daily transfer. And I've got some interesting news, and it involves Mesut Ozil. It was said within the next 10 days, according to his agent, that his future will be decided. And I'm praying that this is the month that we actually finally get rid of Ozil. Within the next 10 days. I'm telling you, it's going to be very, very interesting. I hope it's for real, and we can move on as a football club, move on as a football team, and you know, go on to challenge at the top end of the table, do well in the big competitions as well, Europa, hopefully push on to the top four in the near future, not in a long scale. So let's just hope all things come to plan within the next 10 days. And I've been hearing reports that Arsenal will have to release up to 8 players to fund transfer funds to bring in new players. And yeah, I'm not happy about some of the 8 players that are being linked with a move away from the club, i.e. Reece Nelson and Joe Willock, because I think they are our future. And you get rid of them, you know, we don't have that many young quality players to come in as squad players, and I think they both will be key. But yeah, at the same time, I don't see why we should be looking at getting rid of Reece Nelson or Joe Willock when Kroenke could back his manager. This is where Kroenke needs to back Arteta and say, look, if you want to keep Willock, if you want to, i.e. keep Nelson, okay, I'll back you on that one, and I'll back you with the players that you need. You want a number 10, I will do the utmost to make that happen. But at the same time, yeah, he's got, you know, owner and the board of directors, especially them, more them than Kroenke, more them than Stan Kroenke, would you believe? It's our board of directors. For me, they've got to back Mikel Arteta. It's all good, yeah, getting on his case, yeah, after a poor run of results. Now look at the other side of the coin. We've won 3 on the spin now, and they seem to ease off of him a bit. And what I don't want, which I don't want, I heard an Arsenal fan say this, I'm not going to mention the name. He's saying in his fan cam that when we start winning in a month where the transfer window opens, we're not going to sign anyone. And I don't want to hear that. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. This negativity. We're a big club. Over 15 years of negativity. There's no need for it. You know, just say what you feel from the heart. Just say what you feel. But I'm not on the air to talk about what another individual's has said recently. But at the same time, I respect his opinion. Yeah, likeable guy, but let's get behind this football club. You know, the club that we grew up supporting from childhood, most of us. So, Mesut Ozil will be, yeah, he will be leaving the club somewhere down the line. We just hope within the next 10 days that the decision will be made. DC United are strong favourites to secure his signature. He'll get double the money that he's on at Arsenal. He'll get games, and after he settles in, he'll enjoy his football again, and that's exactly what we want. Another player who could be out of the door, well, we're looking at Konstantinos Mavropanos. Um, I don't know if he's elsewhere on loan. I don't know if he's... Well, I know he's not injured, so he must be elsewhere on loan, I would assume. I mean, anyone that knows where Konstantinos Mavropanos is, please come onto my channel and leave it in the comment section below. I'd really appreciate that. He could be out of the door. He's only played less than a handful of games for us. Just not deemed as good enough, but I would give him an opportunity. You know, I think there is a top class defender in him if he's coached the right way, but not just being coached. Yeah, you got to put an arm around him and tell him, you know, tell him how important he is to the club, not just the squad and the team, but tell him how important he is to the club and make him feel important. But, you know, I don't know what's going on there. If Mikel Arteta doesn't see him as part of his integral plans, then, you know, for everybody at the football club, he's going to have to move on, I suppose. And I like the guy. I do like the guy. You know? So, we'll see what happens with Mavropanos in the future. Lucas Torreira, he's had 2 games apparently. And, yeah, it's possibly not worked out for him as much as he would hope to. And I don't think he's possibly part of Simeone's plan. So there's an opportunity, there's a possibility, should I say, of him coming back to Arsenal. And, yeah, Arsenal not actually pleased with the situation. He's only had 2 games there. Well, I think if we got him back, I wouldn't be upset with having Torreira back at the club. I mean, you could have a 4-2-3-1 formation with Partey and Torreira sitting in front of the back 4. I'll be up for that. I mean, Torreira gets up and down the pitch as well as Partey. So, you know what? We've got 2, you know, we've got 2 fit, athletic midfielders sitting in front of the 2. And I think that's ideal for us. And then you got the attacking 4, or the 3 that is part of the attacking 4 in Smith Rowe, Saka and Martinelli. I mean, that's a lot of flair, energy, skill. That is mouth-watering to think that we could have a stronger lineup. But don't get me wrong, I think we'll still go for... Excuse me, wow, I've done it late, but you know what they say, better late than never. You know, what was I going to say? Yeah, we still have that priority to go get that number 10 who's got that experience, someone that that Emile Smith Rowe can have competition with. You know, you got to let every player know in their position, yeah, that, let's say 4-2-3-1, for every player in every position, they have to have competition, and I am for that. I would like to see, personally, I think he's Lapetit. I think he's called Carl Lapetit. No, I don't know. I've forgotten his first name, the Brighton right back, Lapetit. Brighton fans, if you're watching out there, let me know about Lapetit. I mean, yeah, he's part of your future. You'd love to keep him. And I have to say, as a fan, I am a massive fan of him. As an Arsenal fan, I do like him. I can see him fitting straight into my team. Ahead of Bellerin, he would walk into our side. I don't think I need any Brighton fan on this planet to tell me that, because I can see it with my own naked eyes. He would walk straight into our team, and he's a player that I admire, you know. And Max Aarons of Norwich, again, Norwich City fans, no Norwich City fans can tell me that Max Aarons wouldn't walk into our team, because he would. He simply would. I mean, if you're a football fan, you could see it yourself. However, he's going to come at a cost of between 35 to 40 million, Max Aarons, and Lapetit 25 to 30 million. They're realistic price tags, and I think we can get one or the other in the summer. I don't see why we can't. If Kroenke really puts his money in, if he really gets his hands in his pocket, then the right back situation could be a reality. What I do want on the other side of the defence is another left back, maybe an understudy left back cover for Kieran Tierney, because Kolasinac is going to be gone on a permanent basis. Hopefully the move to Schalke now works out. He'll be gone on a on a permanent basis. But the centre half I don't want gone on a permanent basis, William Saliba. I am extremely angry and disappointed in the decision to let him go back to France in Nice. I'm extremely disappointed. I want him back in the summer alongside Gabriel Magalhaes so we can get them two to form the partnership of all partnerships, of all centre half partnerships. It would be an excellent look for us Arsenal fans. And then you got Tierney, and then you got hopefully Max Aarons, and I think that's one of the best back fours that you can get. Well, they're individually one of the best back fours. That's a cohesive unit. That's a different outlook altogether. However, I would like to see a new right back there. Can I trust Bellerin on the long term? On a long-term basis? No, I can't. Can I trust Bellerin to produce consistent performances? No, I can't. I still can't trust Bellerin. It's as simple as I don't trust Holding on a consistent basis and a long-term basis. No. Situation and in goal, Arsenal are possibly looking at a number two, because Renarsson can't be trusted. But that he had one poor game. Why would you just do that to him? Why would you treat him like shit? The treatment is unfair. If he gets treated like shit, then that's unfair. That's fuckery. He's had one poor game, and he's never gonna be forgiven for it. But you know what? I see a goalkeeper in him, and he might just come out. He might just come out of it. Emi Martinez, 10 years at Arsenal. I remember watching him at Crystal Palace, and he did not have the best of nights when we lost 3-0 to Crystal Palace. I remember watching him live, and he did not have the best of nights. You know, there were games where he was not at the best, but I think in age and time, he got better and better, and he deserves to be our number one. And I know we keep going back to this narrative, but he was, that was our number one for this season. How the fuck did the board or whoever made that decision to get rid of him for the money side of things? That should not have happened. This is where Kroenke and then the board of directors get a lot of abuse and stick because of the manner of the way they run the club that I love. And you wonder why we get onto them on a consistent basis. You wonder why you get Arsenal fans pissed off left, right and centre. Now, this month, I believe we will be signing at least one, if not two players. But yeah, I've made it clear that I would like a left back, an understudy an understudy to Kieran Tierney, and a right back. And I don't think it will happen this month, but in the summer it will be a strike. I think we can get another striker. We don't know how long Lacazette's going to be in form for. That's a gamble on its own, but he's doing well. Aubameyang, he's just not happened for him. Don't think it's happened for him, but again, I think he was wasted on the left. If you're going to play him in the 4-2-3-1 formation, he's got to play up top by himself. You know, Aubameyang's always a runner, and holding up the ball, it's not one of his best specimens, but running off the ball with a playmaker, threading him in, he's ruthless. But the system that we are playing at the moment, it seems to fit like a Lacazette than it does Aubameyang. And following Balogun, I'm going to talk a little bit about him because I have seen promise. You know, I've seen 2 goals he scored, and there is promise in that boy. A lot of potential, but talent. And if we give him to Liverpool, it's another Serge Gnabry scenario all over again. You know, we'll be talking about Serge Gnabry, how good he is. He's gone on to win the Champions League. It'll be the same. It'll be a similar story. And I don't want that to happen. Yeah, he's still linked with Liverpool on the quiet. Because it seems like it's on the quiet, but we've got to take that into consideration. You know, would he jump at the chance of playing for Liverpool one day? He could well play for Liverpool one day, you know. And I wouldn't blame him if he said, yeah, if he made that decision to go and play for Liverpool and spark up his career, well, liven up his career, spark it up with success. Because football, ultimately, or sport, ultimately, is about winning. I'm just stating the obvious. I'm going to talk about Yves Bissouma now. This guy would be an ideal partner for Thomas Partey in terms of the way he controls the ball, how difficult he is to struggle off the ball. And for me, he had a good game against us in that 1-0 defeat. You know, he played in that 1-0 defeat and he had a good game against us. If there's one Brighton midfield player I did not want to shoot from distance, it's him. My word, he dominated the midfield in the first half. My goodness, he was absolutely terrific. And I mean terrific. He's someone who's a international for Mali. Will be part of the African Cup of Nations next year, I believe, with Mali, if they qualify. But one thing for sure, he is a hell of a top Premier League player, and he's someone that we would like in our midfield. And apparently I've heard rumours, there's these rumours and talks, or more talks, rumours, whatever, well, same thing. Yeah, there's noise coming out that he wants the Arsenal move, you know. Now, I don't know how, I don't even think it's that. There's, I don't think there's any truth in that, or in bits. I really don't. But it wouldn't surprise me, you know. It wouldn't surprise me. I mean, yeah, without being a fan or having my Arsenal cap on or whatnot, Arsenal is an attraction. They will attract some quality players. If they can attract Partey, one of the best combative midfielders in world football, then they can attract Yves Bissouma, with the greatest respect to Brighton Hove Albion Football Club and their fans, and you know, their players and his teammates. I mean, Yves Bissouma's teammates. They can attract quality players. It's attracting them, and then there's purchasing them, and that is where Arsenal have been weak for over 15 years. He's going to want the move, and if something may have to be sorted out in January, he's got to come out. It's down to him to come out and publicly state that, or not publicly, but tell his management that he sees himself challenging. He sees himself, he sees himself at a bigger club, but in the nicest way possible. He's got to say it in the nicest way possible that I've enjoyed my development at Brighton. I appreciate everything that's been done, and I'm forever thankful. But I feel that it's time for a challenge, a new challenge for me. It may be Arsenal. I mean, yeah, in the table, we're not great. We're not great. We feel that we're better than that. No, we're not. We're there. We're there in 11th place for a reason, and that is because we've not been good enough. All right, they say we're 9 points off the top 4. Wowee. We're still shocking, and that's a fact. But he can help us out. He can help us out, and if he feels that he wants to play a part in trying to get Arsenal into the top four in the near foreseeable future, then yeah, I'll welcome him on board as long as he's prepared to give us a performance, his best performances, his best consistent performances, should I say, and turn up for training week in, week out, and keep to his commitments. And yeah, I'll be happy to have him here. Another player I would like to talk about, Julian Draxler. Now, he's reappeared. I don't know where that comes from. I mean, maybe touching 3 years ago, I would have been up for the Julian Draxler becoming an Arsenal player. But right now, I think we've got the best potential wingers at the club. I think we've got wingers there. We're filled up there. It's the number 10 that we need. And speaking of which, Emi Brendea. Oh, that name, I'm still struggling to pronounce his last name. Brendea. Now, Norwich have obviously stated that they would like to keep him because they see him as part of their project, and that is to get into the Premier League on a established basis, like stability. For me, with the greatest respect to Norwich City Football Club, their supporters, their board of directors, only he can make a decision. And apparently he's come out and publicly stated that he wants to force the Arsenal move through. I mean, how true is that? I can't really elaborate so far, but one thing for sure, Arsenal and its history, it's appealing to many quality players. That I will say. The tradition is still there. It will always be there. So will the history. And, Bazuma and the Brendea, they see themselves trying to help Arsenal become a better side and challenging at the far top end of the table. And if that's how they feel, then let's see what they can conjure up in terms of speaking to their management. I mean, it will be made public to football fans up and down the world, Once they speak, then, other fans like myself will come on to our channels and speak freely about it. And let's try and make it respectful. Mustafi, we haven't heard anything today or with Socrates, but we know that they're both pushing for moves to Lazio and Genoa, respectively. So they'll be both heading off to Italy, I would assume. I thought Napoli would have been in for Socrates. I think he was close to joining them, and all of a sudden that broke down. And you're going to get the ones that are going to negative talk it, like, oh, Socrates can't get into that team, or nobody wants our players. Seriously. They're going to get moves. No matter how poor they are or how old they are, one's going to get a club. They always do. There's always that team that are looking for experienced players, and a move is going to be realistic. All right, the pandemic doesn't help the situation for many clubs who are trying to who want to spend money. But let's just be, hopeful, a little hopeful at least. Arsenal fans, I am pleading with you guys. Other than that, I'm gonna end this up. Got to get some sleep for work tomorrow. Yeah. I wish I could do this all day long, morning, afternoon, and evening, and in between some other videos to talk about my dailies and whatnot. If I could do 3-4 videos, maybe more than 4 videos a day, I would. But the hours that I work won't allow me to do so. Anyways, I do have a choice, but I have to pay the rent and bills. That's the reality. So ladies to the gentlemen, to the boys to the girls, I thank you so much for listening. Thank you for tuning in, and thank you so much for putting up with me. As I always say, if you've got an opinion of some sort on my channel or on my transfer daily, then leave it in the comment section below. Please smash the thumbs up, like button abundantly, and if you can, could you please help me by subscribing to my channel? As many subscribers as possible, and I will do my utmost to bring you the latest football content and the latest stuff going on with Arsenal. As soon as I hear anything popping up, then yeah, I'll elaborate as much as I can. Otherwise, sleep well if you're already asleep. If you're staying up, make sure you stay safe. Other than that, be nice. Oh yeah, peace again, love again, and bliss again. So be nice.